I, 21, found out my whole family was going on a vacation when I was told to look after the family pet. My siblings have yet to move out of from our childhood home and I've been up to uni. I am so empty and it feels so goddamn horrible. I've been trying to act like I didn't care, but when they were driving to the airport I couldn't stop crying. My mother was so hurt and they kept saying they loved me. Last time we went to a family vacation was when I was around 13. I cried so much I had cramps in my abdomen. I wrote them a message trying to make them understand what I was feeling and that it hurt me a lot. I got back that I was ruining the vacation and to just accept it. They said they thought I wanted to be free. I know it might have been an asshole move to mention this at the first day of their vacation, but the pictures they sent being all happy made all my emotions I've tried to hide come through. I've never felt this left out and I feel like I'm not a family member. I'm trapped in this house taking care of an animal when they are out being a family on holiday. I feel heartbroken. My plan right now is to leave the pet with a relative and go back to uni and dive into school to forget. How can I forgive them? Has this happened to anyone else? Edit. I would have paid for myself. This is not about getting a free vacation, this about them going away on a family vacation without inviting me. They brought with them my 19-year-old brother who even complained that he'd rather play games at home. They are all there. The whole family. They brought my brother so that it would be a family trip. I would not have batted an eye if only my sister went. I am really grateful for everyone who commented and gave me a nuanced perspective. I've come to the conclusion that my emotions are valid and that I need to communicate this to my family peacefully. I'm also really sorry that so many other people have gone through similar situations and I send all the hugs in the world to you. The feeling of being left out is so fucking awful. Edit 30 Julie. I just wanted to say that I've been thinking, and given the number of people who commented that being an adult means that you are not invited to family trips, I believe this is where the miscommunication might have happened. My mother probably did not consider to ask me because she had the opinion that adult children have their own families and that I wouldn't be hurt if they didn't ask me. For anyone who reads this and have children, please do not do this. Going off to college does not mean that we suddenly don't need you. Being away from family is hard and I missed mine a lot. Being invited to a family vacation is an excellent opportunity to spend much needed time together. Please include everyone, you don't lose a family when you gain another. Move on to the comment. Did they tell you about the vacation before asking if you can watch the pet or after? Have you asked them why you weren't included in the vacation? They thought I had other stuff to do. They also said they really thought I would be so happy being all alone in the house with my significant other. I don't understand why they thought that because we lived together at uni. When I found out about it, they had already booked the tickets and hotel, so I had no chance of even rearranging my summer planning, not that I had anything planned those dates anyway. We have a relative that want to care for the pet and could have all these dates. Tell them soon that you're getting married. Would it be okay if they look after your hamster or something for the big day? As you and friends and other relatives will be busy. No, that's silly. Invite the hamster and ask them to mind a parking spot at the airport so they don't miss their honeymoon flight. I feel like your mom is just throwing shade at you for not being home more often. How soon in advance did they plan this vacation? Last minute or a few months ahead of time? Would you have been able to afford it? Sorry for all these questions. I'll give advice, I just needed some details. LOL. Months ahead and I would have been very able to pay. I work on the weekends. They did ask me what I was going to do on the summer and I was going to Amsterdam with friends, having a birthday party, hanging out with and trying to study. When I confronted them they said they did ask, when they asked about the summer I guess. I don't know if this is an excuse or true. They never directly asked me if I wanted to go on a trip with them or what weeks I was busy. Yes, I understand, sometimes I wish that I'm just very childish and that the situation isn't as heart-punching as I feel it is. Okay, I'm going to say they assumed that because of your summer plans, that you would be busy and unable, or able but not interested. They assumed it was wrong. It wouldn't hurt to ask you. The rest of the reasons they told you were excuses. I'd advise your family that next time they plan a vacation, you'd like to be considered. Remind them that just because you are an adult, in case they assume that's another reason why, they are still your family and you would love to be a part of spending time with them. Hope that helps. They knew she was free as she was looking after their pet for them though. Bingo. Here it is. Send them a message saying you have left the pet with a family friend and you can't look after it and quote, "You guys thought I had other stuff to do and you are right, I do have other stuff to do. Maybe ask next time." This seems like a slightly spiteful way to address the problem that does not get at direct communication. It sounds like direct communication about expectations and feelings would benefit this family overall. I don't think that's an excuse. They could have asked you anyway before planning anything without you. Isn't the first thing you ask "Where are you going" when someone asks you to watch the pet? It sounds like that happened according to the AITA post. Mom asked if she could watch the pet hamster while they go to Greece and Op shrugged and said okay. I don't think it matters if it was before or after. If you ask them to include you in the past and they still aren't, then they're just ignorant parents. However, if this is the first time you have brought this up to them, I recommend you bring it up in a more appropriate fashion. Letting them enjoy their vacation and then having a constructive conversation about this when they get back could be helpful. Best of luck. Good plan. She also said they told her they didn't invite her because they thought she would be busy. So too busy for vacation but not too busy to stay home and watch your per the whole time. Depending what op's studying, it may well be possible for them to study/write/do library research at home, because take care of pet isn't much more than an hour's work a day. I've done this for my folks when they've taken my younger siblings off on vacation and it's worked fine. The differences in situation are, I have vocally and repeatedly told my parents that I fucking hate family vacations, so having the house and the dog to myself and not using headphones for my music is a vacation for me. Op told their parents nothing of the sort. Traveling is nothing new or exciting for me, it's fun, but it's not a once in 8 years kinda thing, which it seems to be for Op. Low budget family vacations are a 2 or 3 times a year thing for my folks, not a massive blowout. With airplanes once a decade thing, so if I really want to I can always ask to be looped in on the next one. So while it's possible they meant well in the "hey take care of pet" thing, not consulting Op or considering Op might want to come with their family on a family vacation, which for their family is apparently a pretty rare thing, was absolutely a dick move. Sorry Op. My family did similar things when I was your age. I think it came from my mom's deep resentment about my being out of the house and independent. Let me ask, do your parents ever make nasty comments about how you're selfish for going off to college? Do they ever claim that you don't care about them, and then you have to scramble to prove that you're not a bad child for having an independent adult life? When I was a little younger than you, my grandmother, who I was very close to, fell and was hospitalized. They didn't even tell me she was in the hospital and never apologized for keeping me out of the loop because it was my fault for leaving the family by going off to school. My parents have very skewed priorities, and my mom in particular tried to make me dependent on her and shamed me if I seemed too independent in her eyes. Hopefully this doesn't ring a bell for you. But if it does, then they might have excluded you from the vacation as a way of manipulating you into feeling like you're an outsider to the family. If they can succeed in that, then they can make you feel like you need to grovel and beg to be included again. Need to grovel and beg to be included.